Hello everybody, this is Parker from Download Youth Ministry, and I want to give you a quick tutorial on a new app that we just released in the DYM store called UltraClock. Now UltraClock is not a game, it's a tool for whatever game that you have that requires a clock. I'm going to give you a quick demo on how it works, so let's do this. First thing you want to do is when you open the app, you're going to move down to the bottom and click on the settings button. Pop that up and it gives you a settings panel where you can change a bunch of stuff and make it the clock that you need. The first thing on the list is going to be the number range. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be whatever number it counts through. So 0 through 100, it'll start at 0 and count to 100. Down here you have your counter types. First one is random. I can give you guys a wild guess on what that one does. It will pick a random number between 0 and 100. And depending on the speed, it will do it very quickly, or it will do it every second, or it'll do it every minute. Second thing you have is count up. If you click on that one, take a wild guess for this one too, it will count up. So this one will count from 0 to 100. Now you count down, you'd be surprised to learn it does count down. That's exactly what it does. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the easiest tutorial I've ever had to do. Again, speed, fast is 1/100 of a second, so it goes, it flies through them, 1 second, and then 1 minute in between every count that you do. The ending habit would be loop. So once it gets to, let's do count up and change it to 10 to make it even easier, it will go from 0 to 10 and then it'll start over 0 to 10, 0 to 10. If you do end, that is going to end it on 10 and it'll do a little sound effect and be done at 10. And yo-yo will count it to from 0 to 10 and then from 10 to 0, 0 to 10, 10 to 0 and go back and forth like that. You also get to change the sound effects. So the counter sound effect is the sound effect that is made each time it changes the number. So right now it's a tick, change to beep if you want. And the stop sound effect is when you finally stop the clock or it stops itself, it's going to make a sound like a lock-in sound like on a game show, or a ding like a microwave. And you can also change it to none if you don't like that sound. Then you also have your options of normal and full screen if you want to drag it over to your projector and display it full screen. So what I'm going to do really quickly is just demo this, and I'm going to just do the default because that's the fun one, and we're going to say random. It's going to loop because it has to, because it's picking random numbers, and we're going to click save settings. But before we do, notice a little note here to make things even easier. Press the spacebar to start and stop the clock, just so you know. So we're going to pick a random number between 0 and 10, save settings, and when you're ready, you press that spacebar. And it is going to pick random numbers until you press the spacebar and it stops. 9. Okay, in your game, 9 might mean something. That might mean somebody that is in the audience that has to play something. It could mean something on a prize list. It could mean something very bad that's going to happen to the person because they picked an odd number. Who knows? It's your game. You get to make the settings. So we'll go back here. I think that's pretty much the way it works. Everything else is so self-explanatory. You guys are going to love this one. It's a ton of fun. Here's some practical applications for this. Do 1 second and do countdown and set it from 60-second countdown clock, and then when it ends everyone has to sit down, whatever. That might be something. You can always do 1 second count up and then see who can hold something the longest or balance something and change it to some super high number like 600 and give them a lot of time to do that. Another thing you could do, which is probably the best idea I've heard so far, is you do random, fast, and what you do is you tell somebody the what are the odds game. So you give somebody almost like a dare. So I dare you to, or what are the odds? Sorry, what are the odds that you would drink this nasty concoction that we made out of a bunch of gross things that we found at the grocery store? And they might say, ooh, the odds I would actually drink that, probably 1 in 100. So you change this to 1, 100, random, fast, and you click save settings, and then you say, okay, what's your number? And then they will say, 45. You hit this, and now if they hit that and they land on 45, they would have had to drink whatever it was. So that is called UltraClock. It's super fun. It's a super fun tool for whatever super fun idea that you have. So let us know what you guys think. Review the app, check it out, give us suggestions, and hope you guys have a ton of fun with this one.